Hello and welcome, Links here. We are playing Overlord H, of course. Humorous, because what else would the H stand for? And in the Dwarf Kingdom, we have to venture to the Dragon's Peak. Technically we don't have to, but there is something happening over here. But before that we'll go to Abillion Hills because we have suspicious door once again. So let's pay a visit here. Once again I discovered the door leading to that restaurant. A restaurant into another world. I stepped inside and noticed some people who were here the other time and some new faces as well. I did not pay too much heed to them. Instead I completely focused on the menu and ordered a few new dishes, when suddenly... An undead! Aqua! Hey you! She really tries to get my attention. I stare at her. As the goddess water who guides souls into the afterlife, I cannot allow an undead to roam freely among the living. Goddess? I mean, perhaps in other worlds. Among us good people.
What is that crazy lady talking about? I'm an assassin!
Do not look at her. If we ignore her, she will not bother us.
It's more likely she's just a mad woman. Even if she was truly a goddess, I cannot just kidnap her to run some experiments. This is pretty much a neutral territory. But reading her magic, I can assume she's around level 80. Oh! If her world is similar to mine, I can see why she would define herself as a goddess. Prepare to die for good from the hands of the goddess! Turn on a... A young man suddenly grapples her, holding her mouth shut. That man, around level 60. How can he hold her down like that?
You useless goddess! This means once a week are the only good thing that has happened to me so far. I will not let you ruin this as well.
She tries to speak, but no avail. She cannot silent cast spells. The more I look at it, the less sense all of this makes. I wish someone would grapple me like that. Like a hungry animal setting its gaze on a defenseless prey, totally vulnerable. I'm not doing that!
Someone feed me! Stop running around, I do not to cast explosion today! But guess you might find this food and might be able to cast too!
How are you supposed to eat if you cannot even stand?
Feed me!
Do not make those sounds, they'll think we are perverts.
What you say now, Lodus? You still thinking humans are normal?
Well, if you put it like that.
They continue the show until Tenshu joins us by bringing food. That undead turned into human! What a noisy bunch. Despite the restaurant not being quite as calm as the previous time, I enjoyed my meal. It was just as flawless as my first one. I feel like the good food in here replenished my ring of shooting star charges, but in truth it is simply the effect of crossing between worlds. Oh. Interesting. Okay, but Dwarf Kingdom, Dragon's Peak. That's where we go now. We have Fiamella. I don't think we've run into her before. Your Majesty. She bows. Is anything wrong, Your Majesty? Fiamella is one of the kale-fucked dragons now working under Sebas. Oh, so that explains why we haven't run into her. She's a cutie, by the way. She was one of the wives of the recently deceased dragon. I made sure to describe it in great detail how I used his body. Nothing went to waste. I was hoping she would be happy to know that. However, she has never been able to look me in the eyes again, let alone show any hint of happiness. I mean, yeah. I'm sure if I would order her to smile, she would. However, you cannot fake genuine emotions. This is something I have learned ever since I came to this world. Nothing is wrong, but I was just wondering, why are you in your human form? Surely you are more comfortable in your dragon form. That is right, Your Majesty. I mean, I'm not complaining. However, humans feel really uneasy around us And that makes managing the operations of transport really complicated. More than should be. So, Seba-sama has suggested me to use my human form, however, he did not tell me when I can switch back, if ever. But if my current form displeases you, then... Are you kidding me? Don't joke like that. Your form is absolutely stunning. I do not really care beyond some simple curiosity. Sebas is doing an amazing job. All the dragons respect him, and in a matter of days, they had completely integrated in my kingdom. Even though many races coexist in Era until now, having dragons fly around took a few days for people to get used to. It would have taken much longer if they had not started to see the convenience of flight. Anyways, keep up the good work, I'll be checking on you again in the near future. End time! Can I do it now? No. Hopefully we actually will be able to check out on her. And now we have to go somewhere I don't remember the path to. Doppelganger. I have no idea who it is. Holy Kingdom. Kalisha Residence. Okay. That's right. I kind of went away from here, right? As I keep looking out the window at the battle, which is a few minutes away from starting, I hear some knocking again. Could it be? You may come in. The door opens silently as at its doorstep there is a prince, Caspon Bessares. Without saying anything, he lifts a necklace from his pocket, then drops it down once again. That is signal to recognize who is a doppelganger when the time for me to know comes, as I had refused to know before the mission started. I note and use my spell to silence the room so we can speak privately. No other precautions are needed this time, as a group of Hanzos is constantly monitoring my perimeter from the shadows. If someone tried to sneak on us, even a high-level spy, I would know.
Ai-sama.
He bows.
I've come here to let you know that it is starting, and to confirm if there is anyone else to bring over to our side.
He must have found it weird that only a person is wearing the necklace. I cannot blame him. What? Especially since the necklace also served the purpose of sponsorizing runecraft. Maybe I should try it harder. There must be someone worthy amidst them if I look hard enough. However, for the moment... no. Aside from that one individual, just make sure a bunch are spared randomly. It makes no difference to me whom will survive. Of course, that may change suddenly, so make sure to keep your eyes well open.
Yes, I'll try my best to pass your test and be worthy of the important role given to me in this mission.
He bows once again. It is not a test, for I truly have no idea. I wish you good luck then.
Thank you, Ai-sama.
With a big smile, he takes his leave. I'm left alone once again, staring out of the window. Oh, it's begun already. If I want to spare anyone else, I need to decide now. Can I get a choice? No? I have no idea, man. I'll just pick Miss Custodio, yeah. Well, she's nothing special, she has a leading role. If she will survive as well, everyone will talk about the power of runecrafts, and as a result, they will want to one themselves. Especially after experiencing death so closely. This is a good idea. Although, while it felt quite natural to give this necklace to Miss Baraja, I cannot do the same with her. It would be quite weird to show up suddenly in the middle of battle and give her an item to wear, especially since she does not seem to like me so much. Perfect unknowable. I cast a spell which grants me good insight. That is good. I proceed with opening the window, ready to leap off once the right time has come. If I save her life, I will earn her trust and a chance to give her the necklace. Around 10 minutes pass, when the spell has effect. I can feel she's in danger. It is time to move! Before they have the chance to strike her down, I land near them and begin attacking. After pushing back, I turn towards Remedios and... She's really running away with all the troops! Not even sign of gratitude. She just dumped everything on me. You feel the intense rage which quickly dissipates. Looks like I was not wrong at least. Not worthy, she can drop dead for all I care.
Hehe, looks like your friends left you behind.
Friends? Well, that is not what he meant. Your friends left you behind reminds me of your guildmates. Your the sore mood gets even worse. There is only so much you are willing to stand, and his annoying laughter got way past that point. Death!
Yay!
The beastman falls on the ground, dead.
What'd you do?
Oh, shut up! Once again use the 8th tier spell death, and the second beastman falls down.
You killed them in an instant, how?
Death! Among the soreness you feel a fresh motion. Surprise! The female demi-human resisted your spell. Oh, she resists my spell. That demi-human might be way stronger than I had expected. Depending on what she does next, I may decide to spare her. Things did not go exactly as I had planned anyways. Ready to withstand a powerful attack and then subdue her shortly after, you wait patiently for her to make a move.
Die! Silver Lance!
The spell is so weak that you passively nullified. Is that all? Is that all?
How? Where?
It is a disappointment after another today. I was expecting a stronger plan, but she resisted my death spell just out of sheer luck, I guess. You know, I rolled 1 with the... I literally rolled 1 with... yeah. With a cube. That's the word.
Reality Slash!
The beastmen now split into falls as well. The other demi-humans begin to run away in fear after seeing those 3, possibly the strongest ones among them, slayed with such ease. Now, not wishing to chase them around, I summoned a few soul eaters to take care of them. I was supposed to be restoring my mana, but while trying to save Miss Custodio, I had already entered another path. I could no longer step back. While my summons took care of the demi-human invading the northern part of the city, I moved south. I ended up saving the city once again. It was not something I was planning to do. My plan was totally different, but it had failed. I'm not even sure if this was the right action tech. I felt completely useless, but at least I could continue my narrative of restoring mana, which would eventually lead to the final part of the plan. The following day. This is enough, I'm done here. I should contact the Miruk and then head back to the Great Tomb of Nazarick. Reality is that I was scared at the possibility that the Miruk was angry with me. There is no telling how much I may have screwed up the mission with my actions. After casting a silent spell, I used my message skill to contact the Miruk. The message skill connects right away. I was hoping to at least have the time to prepare mentally. The Miruk, is that you?
Yes, Ainsama.
I'm done. I'm contacting you to let you know that I will be returning to the Great Tomb of Nazarick shortly. If you have any question or doubt regarding any of my actions, return back to Nazarick and meet me at the throne room.
Understood, Ainsama. I'll be returning without any delay.
He cast the message skill as quickly as he had accepted. Well, he did not sound angry at least, that is good. As I'm about to leave once again from the window, I hear some knocking. And, you know, the Miruk will be...
Wow, what a great idea, Ainsama.
We know him. It's gonna be like that.
Your Majesty, this is Nea Baraha.
I quickly shut the window and take a seat. You may come in. The door slowly opens and a quiet wounded Nea steps inside. While her necklace managed to survive, it had to be in a realistic way. This meant attacking her with troops she could defeat. As long as she does not get fatally wounded, anything goes.
Greetings, Your Majesty. I've come here in order to fulfill my task as a bodyguard. Forgive me for my appearance. I do not have the time to recover, but I can still fight.
Drink this. I take a purple healing potion from my inventory and hand it over to her. Usually people would be put off by its unusual color, but she gulps it down without any second thought. The amount of trust she put in me in such a short time is almost scary.
Wow, this potion! The effect is stronger and quicker than the potions we use in this kingdom. Amazing! I feel completely regenerated now. I'm deeply grateful for your generosity, Your Majesty.
She bows earnestly. As for your task, that will not be necessary today. I'll be returning to my kingdom for a while to handle some important matters. I am a king after all. By the way, I'm glad you have made it out alive as you had promised.
Yes, thank you very much, Your Majesty. It is all thanks to the items you gave me. There is no way I would have survived without this. Especially this bow. It's amazing. Everyone's impressed by it as well.
Oh, well, that is good news.
Well, not really. Everyone is dead now.
Just how unlucky can I be? Every plan of mine is failing, man. I see. What a shame. I apologize, but I must be going now.
What about your Majesty's mana?
Well, I mean, I used quite a lot in this battle, and I was recovering too. Quite a lot, like 1%. I might not be able to help again, especially during the time I will be away.
Understood. I will convey your message to the others. Thank you for everything you've done. Forgive me for asking, Your Majesty. How long will you be away? I'm sure they will want to know.
I mean, it's a matter of hours, I guess. I can teleport. She looks happy upon hearing that. I'm sure she was thinking it would be a matter of days. Although looks happy, stretching a bit. She seems to be smirking at best. She bows before leaving the room. Well, now, time for me to leave as well.
Great teleport, great Tomb of Nazarick.
I teleport near the Tomb of Nazarick, then make my way to the throne room. I take my time to reach that room. Even if the Rook did not seem angry, I needed to think. He might ask many difficult questions, and I needed some simple answers to avoid getting in troubles.
It has been a while, Demiruk.
Yes, it is a pleasure to finally see you again, Ainsama.
I'm sure you have some questions about why I acted the way I did.
No, not at all. Every action of yours is flawless, Ainsama. While it is true that I do not understand everything right away, I like to challenge myself. I want to get there. I want to scratch the surface of your infinite wisdom with my own mind. I hope you'll excuse and forgive me my selfish behavior.
He bows. It's alright. Ahem. However, this time it was not so much planned, but flows deliberately introduced.
What would the reason be for that?
Remember our last discussion, back when we were planning this? What would happen to the great Tomb of Nazarick if I was gone? I've said before and I will say it again. You are way smarter than me, but unforeseen variables that do not depend on you can happen at any time. That is why I'm introducing flaws. Not so much to test your intelligence, but to test your adaptability in every situation. Like bullshitting him right now.
Thank you, Aisama. I'll do my best to make sure that the results will meet your expectations.
I feel bad about tricking him like this, but it puts my mind at ease just in case I screw things up even more than I did so far. Dude, I mean, you're not screwing up more than a lot of leaders of countries in 21st century, let's face it. More important, maybe not even leaders, just politicians in general. More importantly, it will be seen just as a test and they will not have to wonder what the hell I'm doing. I'm hitting all the countries, not just mine. Now, there is another reason why I have summoned you here, Demiruk. I'm sure you've received the report from the doppelganger already, but I'm done with the first part of the plan.
That means...
It is time for the next one, the idea you suggested.
Oh!
For the first time I see an expression I had never seen Demiruk's face ever before. Is there any problem?
Well, I still think that it is distasteful.
Hearing those words from someone who made the happy farm sounds like a good joke made by a comedian. I cannot help but genuinely laugh. It truly is refreshing right now. However, I do understand his concern.
It is a great plan, Demiruk. I will not seriously die, of course. This will serve as a drill to improve our defenses and adaptability. Continuing on the presence of all floor guardians for me to be always here when we have an expanding kingdom to take care of is unreasonable. My death will be perfect to test all of this and improve, so when a real issue will happen, we'll be ready to face it. Understood. I'll not let my emotions get in the way. I'll make sure everything will go flawlessly.
I'm also interested if anything will change outside my kingdom during the time I'll be away. We are really going with that, huh? Does nobody want to interact with me? Come on, guys and not guys. Oh. We have a new. Let's go, Paladin's promise.
Those sighs, they were so intense. I can't believe he truly worried over me. Come back home to me alive.
She tries to imitate the almighty voice of Momonga. Oh.
I was so tempted to say yes, however that would have been a very bad idea. I have friends here, and my mother, I can't let them down by running away. I would also make your majesty look bad. After all, I'm his follower. Still so hard to refuse that offer.
She slaps her cheeks a few times.
Never mind that. I know I have made the right decision. Now I just need to make out of this alive. And then...
We've got her. We totally got her. She's ours. I wonder why the mains are not triggering, by the way. She's totally ours. I mean, she's mine. No complaints about that, that's for sure. I actually don't know where we are supposed to go now. Holy Kingdom again. Okay. I wonder if that supposed death will happen if we can enter the Great Tomb of Nazareth, or if it will be locked out. Once I'm back in the Holy Kingdom, I notice the presence of Nea training a group of people. I listen for a bit as I get closer. It seems like she has made her own group and they are all practicing archery. They did not look like paladins, but it was quite a sight to see how her own way of being a paladin had won so many people over. They sure could use smaller ranged attackers.
Oh, your majesty!
I mean, come on, she's cute as heck. We are stealing him from the Holy Kingdom, obviously. Come on, being in Holy Kingdom, what a waste. Once she notices me, she quickly approaches me. Her troops stop the training once she does, and all their eyes are on me.
We've been waiting for you. I'll thank you in the meantime.
You were showing them your bow? That is good.
Yeah, it is truly amazing. They told me to join the meeting once you were back. However, if you need to rest...
I do not require rest. Regardless of that, I assume it is very important since they requested my presence. Therefore... From a relatively quiet Sunday, the sky suddenly darkens and a wall of fire begins to circle around the whole city.
What?
It has begun.
Do you mean just above is striking right now?
That is right. You shoot!
Please, your majesty! Let me come with you. I'm sure I can help you at least a little with this bow.
Nea being able to fight against someone like Jaldabo, even for a little while, might be helpful to sponsorize their runecrafts. I mean, you are my follower after all, I guess it cannot be helped. I cast the fly spell on both of us and we fly towards Jaldabo. As we drew closer, I noticed Miss Custodio on one of the buildings. I'm not the only one noticing her. What is she doing there if she cannot use ranged attack? Whoa. That's how he looks? Damn. Jaldabo wastes no time and attacks her right away while Nea was flying towards her. I barely make it in front of them and manage to use my body as a shield. Wave mixed reactions. His fiery aura made the two behind me tremble. It was no longer a question of how Custodio could attack from there. Her body had completely given up. Both sit on the roof of the building as he laughs.
You must be Ice Ulgo Dono.
I mean, you've met me before technically, so...
Oh, my apologies. You're a king. Perhaps Ainsulgon-sama would be a better way to address you.
It does not matter how you address me. This will be ending soon.
Indeed. Your power, your reflexes. I can tell from this short interaction now that you are even stronger than Momon. However, I'm afraid you will not get a chance to protect your little pets while also facing me.
He raises a hand and two masked mates appear behind him. I make a novice mistake and turn towards the two women shaking behind me. However, since I'm powerful, this mistake could also be explained as being purposely careless because I do not need to keep my eyes on my enemies to counter their attacks.
Nea.
Huh? Do not misunderstand my words. The mates are not here to hunt those insects down. They are here for you. You should not expect me to face you alone. It is unnatural. I would use the full power of my army against you. And then, once you've been taken care of, I will slay all the humans in the city. Including them, of course.
Fly away and bring Miss Custodio with you. I cast Fly on Custodio, which is in complete shock, to make her easier to drag away.
Yes, but will your majesty be alright?
I cannot say that for sure, but he's the fiercest enemy I have ever encountered, and he brought help too. However, if I can focus on the fight alone, I will surely have more chance of victory.
I'm sorry if we ended up being oddly a burden at the end.
Ah, you are not a burden, in fact. I need your help. Once she recovers from the shock, work there to evacuate all the people around here. I cannot promise that our fight will not demolish the city.
But your mana...
It can't be helped, but I'm still confident I can win.
You will have to trust me now. Now go.
Yes, your majesty.
While flying away, she looks back at me once again.
I hope I'll not be disrespectful by saying this, but if you are outmatched, please flee.
Even faster than before, she flies out of the view.
We are alone now, Ainsama.
About the Pleiades.
We are not the Pleiades.
I look at Lupus Regina and notice her hand changing a white, three-fingered one for a brief moment. I see doppelgangers. All of you summoned, I assume.
Yes.
Huh. As summoned creatures, they do not really die, and Nazarek will get no losses. Even so, I will have to kill Jaldabao without harming them. It would not make sense for me to, since my objective is to capture them. That must be the reason why there are only 2 of them. Very well, let's begin. At high speed, Jaldabao reaches me in an instant and punches me. I feel pain, but it is quickly dispersed just like an emotion of mine. Yuri and Lupus Regina, technically doppelgangers, circle us, hitting on my blind spots while he has my full attention. Of course, they do not limit themselves to just attacking, but spellcasting too. There is no wonder about it. They are fighting seriously with the intent to kill me. Focusing on Jaldabao alone, thanks to my high concentration and no distraction from pain, I use the maximized version of one of my strongest spells, Reality Slash. However, my casting fails. A brief sharp pain on my hands makes my gaze shift from the battlefield to a nearby tower, and in there I see Shizu. My wife! Crap, I was tricked. There are not just 2 of them. If Shizu is there, then... Understanding how outnumbered you are, you start to gain distance. Taking them on close range was dangerous for a necromancer. Among the many spells cast, I spot an insect one, and Thomas bugs. Thankfully, all those spells are nullified. The only real danger is failing my casting and wasting mana. I cannot just ignore them. I have to focus on Jaldabao minions as well, otherwise I will lose this battle. Who should I take down first? Shizu, but... I look back where I had spotted her, but she's gone already. Never mind, I'll focus on the healer and buffer, Lupus Regina. I get closer to her, and once she's within my range...
Maximize magic reality! Sharp interrupts my spellcasting once again.
Damn it! How the hell is she hitting me? She should not be able to... Aureole! She must have used her spells before teleporting all of them here. In a weird way, I'm fighting a powered up force of the Pleiades. I'm going to lose if I do not fight seriously. If only she was the real Shizu. I could use locate person and take her down first, but in this case... So I prepare a strategy to deal with this situation. Jaldabao rushes closer to me. He had been buffed and he's faster than me now. Damn it, just back off already! Energy drain! I use a touch spell. With him in the way, Shizu cannot interrupt my spell by dealing damage. Energy drain has 2 beneficial effects. It heals me from the damage I've received so far, and drains the target's levels. Just like how I'd hoped, this makes him back away and I can finally breathe, figuratively speaking. This will make him back away only temporarily. I'm outnumbered, I need to strike Shizu first somehow. I need to spam AoE damages by now. The city should have been evacuated. I should have freedom to destroy at least this part of the city where Shizu is hiding. I let them get closer and once again purpose. Once they are within range, I use quick silent casting to cast Nuclear Blast and avoid getting interrupted again at the cost of higher mana consumption.
Ah! Ooh! Nee!
They are all hit and thrown back, yet ideally the blast also hits Shizu. Again, and not a real Shizu. As I prepare to cast an Reality Slash while they are down, I chain it with a teleportation spell to avoid getting hit in case Shizu was aiming me. Getting interrupted a third time would be rather annoying. Finally I defeat Lupus Regina and she stays down. Instead of chaining teleportation spell every time, which would consume a lot of mana in the long run, I expend a lot of mana just once to use True Invisibility as a higher tier spell. That is pretty useful talent when low tier spells would not be effective and there is no higher tier alternative. Distracted by Lupus Regina getting fitted and me going invisible, I use this opportunity to quickly cast another spell aimed at Yuri this time. Twin Maximize Magic, Vermilion Nova! The spell hits Yuri, took her by surprise, so the damage is quite severe. She has no other choice but to stand down as well.
Hey, Seme! That isn't fair! Stop cheating!
Look
who's talking. I'm the one who has been tricked here.
Use area of attack spells. We'll have more chance to get him if we do.
Once again, Entoma uses her spell to make insects rain on the general area where I should be standing.
Useless. There will be no effective against me.
Wait. It was just a distraction. I had completely forgotten for a moment that the evil Lord just above has a spell to see any kind of invisibility. Soul Bolt Miracle? By the time I realized that, it is too late.
Nee.
A clean hit on my back makes my whole spinal cord shake as I get flung over towards a billion hills. I had lost. Before hitting the ground, I used teleportation to land safely. A fall from that height with such speed would have killed me for real.
Ha! Well, it cannot be helped. I did ask them if I seriously good think my mana is not as slow as I let those paladins believe. Hehehe.
Now,
Hey, Seba, are you alright?
I received a message from Aureole. Oh, it was quite a nice surprise.
Hehe. As for the final part of the plan, whom should I send over? The people watching you saw all the visible mates getting defeated, so any of them is viable option.
In that case, no, Shizu, send Shizu. I assume she's done with her pregnancy.
Yes, congratulations, Aisama.
Looks like I missed it. Once I'm over with this, I shall meet. Was the girl or boy?
A girl.
Yes. We have a son and a daughter now. Let's go. My daughter. And so Momonga has died. Cass spawned. The Holy Kingdom's doppelgangers infiltrate continue with the plan, leading their forces exactly where they needed to be. With the Queen still alive, they tried their best to discover her location, but to no avail. They would never find her as she was safely stored within the Great Tomb of Nazarick. Oh. Rumors of the Sorcerer King's death spread like wildfire, while he spent his time in a billion hills. For some, he was a hero, for others a villain whose death calls for a big fest. However, most did not care, they did not have the time to. The Holy Kingdom is not the only nation with grave problems. This is what brought them to seek help from the undead in the first place as a last resort. The Restizi Kingdom was left severely weakened by the war. It would take them decades to fully recover, however they would soon discover they did not have such a luxury. The capital city, Restize, is the only peaceful city in the nation. All the other cities, even the neighboring ones, are plagued by criminality. That much was expected, and the king does his very best every day to help the nation survive. However, what he could have never fully predicted is how many forces are working against him. Nobles seeking to gain more wealth and influence from this tragedy, the princess herself planning to sell out her own nation, and most dangerous of all, Albedo. New mirror. In all this mayhem, there is still someone who brings a shred of hope every day. Just like Momonga had saved Karna Village at the last moment, Gazev and his group work hard traveling from city to city to help. However, there is only so much that a small group can do, and their power is only but a speck of dust compared to Momonga. They are barely delaying the unavoidable. It was only a matter of time before Resti's kingdom would be no more. So rumors of Momonga's death graced only the inns of the capital city, where some nobles were more than happy to hear the news. Unknowingly to Momonga, that too was part of the plan. Both the Miruk and the Blood thought it was not necessary to tell him such an obvious thing, as he had probably predicted this much way before they thought about it. To many, the Empire is doing great. The Baharut. They had just won the war for good and have an alliance with one of the strongest nations. There was nothing more than a good facade. Similar to Resti's kingdom but in a smaller scale, the Empire is also losing its force, albeit for different reasons. Mental illness. No humans were prepared to witness such a massacre, such filthy and unholy creatures splatting an enemy that had given up. Yet they had enough to spare to keep their cities to look as grandeur as ever, and even lend them to other nations who needed the manpower. Keeping such a nice image despite the circumstances is stressful, especially when your paranoia slowly grows to an unmanageable level. Mental illness is not a problem just among many of the men who fought the war, but also the queen. The betrayal of someone as close as Fluder, who had always been like a father figure to Jirnivel, threw her down a spiral of paranoia, justified paranoia. After all, many people close to her had always openly admitted that they would always think about themselves first. Who would be the next to betray her? Had they done so already? Jirnivel knew it was only a matter of time. Her small success of becoming a vassal state of the Sorcerer Kingdom had only bought some time. Some time before the unavoidable happens. News about the death of Monga had brought her to tears of happiness. She spent days in solitary as of consuetude, whatever, thanking all the gods she could name. The truth of Momonga's well-being would become the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back, her mind for good. Huh. Once a proud and powerful nation, the Draconic Kingdom is now in great peril. We could not visit that one. The royals with the blood of dragons protected and made this nation great, but nowadays its glory is vanished. Year by year, the beastmen grew in number and power. Small incidents turned into invasions. While not as bad as the Holy Kingdom, they are slowly losing cities to the beastmen and are holding up thanks to the military aid of the Baharut Empire and slain theocracy. However, the recent events have slowed down and decreased that aid. Their fall is imminent unless they find help, and quick. Another event. All the other nations seem to be doing fine. None of them truly were. Every nation is facing their own challenges and hardships, but no information gets out of their doorstep, either for lack of importance or careful management. In the meantime, while Momonga was dead, he operated from the shadows, being alone and not bothered by anyone, aside from Albedo contacting him every day, allowed him to perform at his best. This allowed him to analyze better his map. There were many things he did not know about other nations. A few nations in particular piqued his interest, including the Draconic Kingdom, and so he used this precious time to obtain more info and plan his next move. The plan was quite simple at this point: gather all the humans in a billion hills and officially unify this territory with the Sorcerer Kingdom. While Momonga did that, Jaldabao would be recovering from his wounds. In the meantime, Shizu should hint at Momonga's survival, promote the runecrafts, and help them retake their kingdom. However, my time in a billion hills did not go as smoothly as I had thought. In fact, for a short period of time, I was called in a Baharut Empire to answer Flutter's request of aid. Dude, I'm quite busy at the moment.
I'm sorry, Teach. I would never dare contact you if it was not strictly important.
That is true. Very well, I can reach you, but I cannot afford more than a single day.
That is alright. It will be quick. I just have a guest you need to secure. A guest with important intel and a proposal. She can be trusted.
I'll be there. Now. Oh, we've seen her before. I teleport to the inn's room where Flutter and another individual are staying. So, what is the important situation we were talking about?
This woman, Leina's Rogbruce, was part of the 4 Imperial Knights. She stood close to Girnivel, very close.
And?
She was to relocate to the Sorcerer Kingdom.
Just like that. There has to be more. Would you truly betray your own country for no other reason than to join the most convenient kingdom to you? I stare at Leinas, who has been standing silently behind Flounder. I accept.
It is not about that, Your Majesty. I never lied to the Queen. I've always been clear about my purpose, and she has always accepted it. My consciousness is completely clean. What I'm offering is a trait. The Baharut Empire intel I have gathered in these years and my total support in exchange for protection and...
Anthema, we've apprehended a human!
A trap.
Fluder, you had said this location was secure.
I don't exactly say...
Enough! On my orders, I let the... That's a new character. I let the Hanzo drop the human in front of me after securing her. While the captured human struggles and the Hanzo return guarding the perimeter, I return to face Leinas. While she cools down a star from you. Why would you want to join my kingdom? What are you seeking protection from? Leina placed a hand on the half of her face, covered by hair. She moves the hair slightly to show how her skin is melted in a green goo-like substance.
If there is anyone in the world that can lift my cares, it is you, Your Majesty. The Queen took care of the people who have betrayed me because of these cares, and I've served her for years, but she was unable to help me with these cares. That's why I decided on taking the risk. It is either now or never. I'm sure the Queen understood that, which is why she sent the Ijania after me. And I thought she would this soon.
Looks like my death motivated her to do some cleanup.
In exchange for protection, or more importantly, lifting up my curse, I will serve the Sorcerer Kingdom with every fiber of my being. That is all I can ask for my complete loyalty until that you surely find useful. Sorcerer Kingdom!
Alright, you are here. I shall get you over there as well. Igenia. Here.
The Sorcerer Kingdom has a certain unit of such ability. No one should be able to see me once I blend with the shadows.
Yeah, I mean, your ability is kinda average, that might admit. She glares me, then after a few instants her eyes widen.
You're dead! Not only you're not dead, but you're here!
My death serves to move a few strings. I guess this is one of the fruits I will reap the earliest. I did not expect such a quick effect, to be honest. I thank you for that.
Damn it, I cannot move!
Teacher, she might not be alone. The Yggdrasil group has at least a few members. She's the leader, right, Miss Tina? Oh! Do not look at me like that. If you leave, as long as I do, you learn to predict possible dangers and take the proper precautions. The Queen would never dare to send assassins after me, but I do not like taking bets.
Hansos, another human?
Negative.
Where are the others?
It is none of their business!
Wait, the others. As I think more of her, I suddenly remember two women from the Blue Roses that look exactly like her. You're from Blue Roses!
Boom! Fit name!
Tia and T, the other one, they are your sisters.
You know my sisters!
Oh damn, I let it sleep. So they are your sisters, huh? That means you are with the Blue Roses, are not?
Screw them! The fact that they still exist is a shame for the engineer!
Well, I cannot let you go, nor I have time to deal with you right now, especially since you seem to be unwilling to speak without torture. That means... Aureole!
Who are you speaking to?
I ignored to and contact Aureole with my message skill.
Yes, Sama.
It's a long story, but I have a human in Bahar Vampire's storeaway. She has intel I would like to have extract by the time I'm done with my previous task.
Understood. I'll take care of it right away.
Thanks! I end my message skill and return to Lena's. Before the woman has the chance to interrupt me, I shove her into a portal to Nazareth. Back to us. I still don't see the reason why I should take you in. If you have betrayed a journey well done after years of service, how am I supposed to trust you? Granted, she would not be able to escape if I decided on her death. I'm sure she knows as much.
Trusting me is simple. I've always been honest, and this time it will not be any different. I just want to have what was taken from me back. I'm not throwing the Empire to certain death. If anything, I'm exposing them. You could argue that the citizens have done the right to know what truly is going behind closed doors. Everyone wins. The Empire acts as if everything's fine, but our defenses are falling. Our situation is barely better than the rest of the kingdom only because of our men did not die. Just went insane. That however brings a whole new set of problems.
Barely better than the rest of the kingdom. Is it truly this bad? I can't believe these humans are so fragile, man. It explains Jennifer's weird behavior the last time I met her, and I doubt things gotten any better since then.
No, it is worse. It is all in the intel I've gathered with me. It is the reason why I have decided to finally leave, and if I can get something out of it, all the better. Revenge tasted nice, and I'm grateful to the Queen for that. That was enough for a while, but it means nothing when I watch myself in the mirror. I've suffered 4 years while looking for a cure, but your majesty is the best and only lead I found to a cure.
If someone stronger than me or with a better deal than mine approached you, how can you stay? How can you say you would not betray me?
Had it been anyone else, I would have come clean and said I could not guarantee that. However, I know I will not be the strongest in your kingdom, not even close. I will not face the same amount of danger I did in these past few years. Not to mention that I will begin to live my life once again, only once my curse is lifted, and I will be beautiful once again. In that sense, I would owe you my life. I would never betray that. Especially since I know you could easily dispose of me in the most painful of ways. If I will find myself in a situation where I would die, whether a choice I make, of course, I would choose the one where I get to be loyal to you. I do not betray just for the sake of doing that. I just have to do What benefits me? What is wrong with thinking about myself?
She's correct about that.
No one will, if I do not. That does not mean I cannot be loyal. I had a family once, and even someone.
Alright, that is fair enough. I can accept that. I'll be honest, well, normally I would not accept such a deal. However, if you're serious about the request, I have a counter offer.
I'm willing to do anything to prove myself, Your Majesty.
Your intel loyalty ends. To prove you are serious about it, I want you to work with Fluda and the Great Obonazarik to capture the rest of Ijania. I want to the whole organization, all the documents, items, everything. It is a far shot, but if I happen to stumble on the organization that took control over the dragon, then that means luck is finally smiling up on me. It would make sense too. Now that I think about it, the Empire surely would have had the interest of attacking the rest of the kingdom anonymously. A dragon awakened by mysterious circumstances. Something that took even me this long to track was perfect. I'm sure the documents will prove this, eventually.
That...
I raise a hand to stop her and continue speaking. I'm not done yet. Within 2 days at most, the Great Obonazarik will have every information about them. You will simply need to follow those instructions and capture them alive. You will not have to worry about the items, other than preventing any damage to them. Nazark will personally clean the place up and once you have secured the location. If you cannot do this much with Fluder's help, then you are useless to me.
I will do it!
She bows. I'll give you, how long has it been? I would say 3 weeks. 3 weeks. By then I expect you will have long fulfilled the mission. If that will be the case, I will lift your curse and then I promise you a role in the Sorcerer Kingdom and its protection, assuming the intel is truly as useful as you say.
Yes, thank you, Your Majesty!
She bows once again, followed by Fluder. See you then.
Pew! Teleportation!
I travel back to Abillion Hills to continue my mission, hopefully without any other interruption. And so for the following 3 weeks I learn of how Nea gathered a small army just to rescue me. What? The more I learned about her feats, the more I got impressed by her. However, thanks to Caspon's efforts, that would never happen. I needed to be here to conquer this land and move to the final part of the plan. 3 weeks later.
It is His Majesty! No way!
Her perfect vision went blurry as her eyes filled with tears. For a squire of another kingdom, were her actions inappropriate? It did not matter, her legs moved on her own to reach the majestic figure riding a skeletal horse. Eins gone! As he elegantly dismounts his steed, Nea jumps on him to hug. Was it rude? Probably was. However, it did not matter to her in that instant. Dude, I like her. Until reality kicked in.
Sorry!
Miss Baraha, such a warm welcome. Did you think I had met my final death?
No, never!
She wiped her tears swiftly.
After all, the Sorcerer King is justice and weakness is a sin. Your death is simply impossible. There is no way I would accept that, not even for a second. Even Shizu Senpai said the same. Senpai!
Ah, I'm glad. Huh? Senpai? Just what happened between those two during this month?
Do not cry.
She shows a tissue on Nea's face. It seems like you are getting along. That makes me happy. She quickly catches her breath after the shoe gets out of the way.
It is all thanks to your quick and flawless thinking, Your Majesty. Shizu Senpai has been a great help.
She bows earnestly.
Nea was not really cute at first, but I liked her right away. I gave her 2 stickers. Can I keep her? Your Majesty, I will some apologies. I've tried my best to rescue right away, however...
Miss Baraha, I raise a hand. It is fine. You did a great job and I'm pleased by your actions.
Your Majesty!
Her eyes are filled with tears once again.
Do not cry.
She slaps her with a tissue right on her face. Again! That was quite clearly a slap. It did a thump sound, by the way. Anyways.
That army.
Well, when I fell to a billion hills, a lot has happened as I was recovering my mana. I pressed to tell them the most important events briefly. And so I have conquered a billion hills. It is now part of the Sorcerer Kingdom.
Amazing! In only a month you have conquered the Billion Hills. Not too much you've done that while you were recovering?
She trembled in excitement. Even in my original form, that made me feel a bit uneasy. She totally has fallen, by the way. For us. One by one, the army Nea had gathered reached us. They kneeled before me while praising and chanting my name. I was their only hope and I was here to finish this for good this time. Just according to plan. I was proud of how quickly Nea grew in such a short time. Once again I praised myself and the good, albeit only choice I've made. However, it was not the right time to stand in celebration. The enemy had reached us as well and it was time to destroy him. My spells clashed with his flames, it was like a firework show. However, the sound of our battle was quiet compared to the battlefield below us. Everyone kept chanting my name. Everyone wished for my victory. At some point everyone was sure of my victory as Jaldabao screamed in pain. The battle had gone much differently this time, of course. Everyone was surprised at how swift I was in defeating the demon that terrorized this kingdom. As I descended from the skies, the cheers from the battlefield became even louder than before. Once Jaldabao was no more, recapturing the Holy Kingdom was a quick and easy task. All the humans had fled or killed while they experienced true despair. The survivors had no other choice but to join me. Finally, a billion hills had officially become my territory. While things could not have gone greater for me, the Holy Kingdom, despite the victory, was left severely weakened. Their losses were so grave that it could barely be considered a kingdom anymore, yet they were happy to have had survived. However, happiness can last as long as your belly is full. Lack of food was only one of the main problems that they had to face after the war. A civil war was unavoidable, whether they were of it or not, and I plan to use that opportunity.
Your Majesty, do you really have to leave today? Everyone will be happy if you stayed a few days more.
Unfortunately, that is impossible. By that she probably means she would be happy. As a king, I have many responsibilities. I have to continue development of my country.
I understand.
I could see some sadness in her scary eyes. They are not scary. But, we are neighbors now. While I walk towards improving my kingdom, you should do the same and rebuild. You'll need a lot of time, but once you do, I'll surely visit. Trade between our kingdoms would be beneficial to both after all.
No, yes, thank you, Your Majesty.
Shit, I like her. She bows. Before we go, Shizu, is there anything you want to tell Miss Baraha? Naya extends her hand towards her, expecting Shizu to shook it. However, she placed another stick on her palm. Boom! That is the third sticker. It seems like Shizu really likes Naya. Well, I cannot blame her.
See you. Yes, Shizu-senpai, and Your Majesty, can I call you Ainsama?
Hey! The question takes me by surprise. Sure, I don't mind.
Shizu-senpai, Ainsama, have a good journey!
As I enter the carriage, I notice Shizu raising her thumbs up. Just what had happened between these two? And so I left the Holy Kingdom behind, a line of thousands of people threw flowers and kept cheering my name until the carriage entered the road back to my kingdom. Unknowingly to them, the Holy Kingdom is rolling in my hands. After all, the temporary king is a pawn of the Sorcerer Kingdom, which shall be used soon. Who's that? Lucinda. Also, we unlocked just how many freaking... How many events have we unlocked over here? Anything maybe in the past? No, that's a shame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn. I mean, the events were popping like crazy. Okay, I know there's something in the throne room. There might be events in other areas. But for today, that's it. We'll continue tomorrow. It's been like I would say, a long way through a long quest in a way. A long scripted quest here. No complaints, at least I would not have the temptation to run around the map, which I constantly have, obviously. That is quite problematic. But... Dude, this game is so much fun. I mean, dude, I really love anime Overlord overall. I bet if I read the light novel, it would be the same thing. Probably I would fall for it even more. But what I'm getting at, this game, because it bases on that, obviously it's not like carbon copy, but I mean it is showing it was showing at least the events I've seen before, I would say, according to what it is, so that's a huge plus. Basically, I like this game a lot, yeah. Anywho, let's end for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider liking the video. If you're new around, of course, subscribe. That would be super appreciated. Would love to have you around. We'll be playing more games. I would not be surprised if maybe even more games that are like parodies of, you know, anime in general, of other games as well. You never know. If I run into something, I will consider that, obviously. Yeah, that's it for today. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow too. Bye bye!